My boyfriend wanted a 1-year break to go soul searching. Now he is panicking after learning that I am dating again. Yeah, that's what he said. A 1-year break. Like we were some Netflix show he could just pause while he figured himself out. We'd been together since we were 20. I'm 28 now, almost a decade. Through college, our first jobs, apartments with moldy ceilings, all of it. And he just dropped this like it was a casual Tuesday. At first, I thought it was a joke. He came home one night looking like he hadn't slept in 3 days and just blurted it out while reheating leftover pad thai. I think I need a year to find myself. Like, what? We had a good relationship, or so I thought. We fought sometimes, sure, but who doesn't? We were each other's person. Or I thought I was his person. He said he felt stuck. His job bored him. He didn't know who he was. He wanted to travel, try new things, figure out what life meant to him. And the only thing that was working in his life apparently was me. But somehow that made him feel worse, because he felt like he was leaning too hard on me, that he needed to prove to himself he could be happy without me. I cried a lot for days, and I told him if he really needed to go, I wouldn't stop him, but I wasn't going to wait a year like some unpaid intern holding down the fort. I said, if you walk out, I'm not promising I'll be here when you come back. He said he understood, that he didn't want to lose me, but if he didn't go, he'd resent me forever. So he left, moved out, took his guitar, his beat-up hiking boots, and this stupid leather journal he never actually wrote in. The first few weeks were brutal. I cried in the shower. I couldn't even eat the cereal we used to share in the mornings without feeling like I'd choke on it. But slowly, things shifted. I started seeing my friends more, signed up for pottery, took a solo weekend trip, and one night, after a lot of overthinking and one too many glasses of wine, I downloaded Hinge. At first, it was just for distraction. I wasn't expecting anything. But then I met Liam. Liam was easy in a way I didn't expect. He asked questions and listened. He wasn't carrying the weight of an existential crisis on his shoulders. We started going out more. Nothing too serious, just dinners, movie nights, laughing about stupid TikToks. Then one morning I got a text from my ex. Hey, how are you? I ignored it. An hour later, I've been thinking about you a lot. Then I made a mistake. It was like he had this radar that told him I was moving on, and suddenly he was spiraling. I didn't answer. I mean, what was I supposed to say? Oh, you're ready now? Cool. I'll just erase the months of abandonment and get back into girlfriend mode. He kept texting, apologizing, crying via voice notes, saying he thought about me every single day, that the soul searching wasn't what he expected. He said he traveled for a bit, stayed with a friend upstate, worked at some eco retreat or whatever, but nothing felt right. That everything reminded him of me. I stayed silent. Then he dropped the bomb. I heard you're seeing someone. Apparently a mutual friend mentioned it casually at a dinner. And just like that, his messages turned frantic. You're moving on already? Was he around while we were still together? Do I even matter to you anymore? I was stunned. The audacity. So I texted him, you're the one who left. I told you I wouldn't wait. You don't get to be shocked now. And guess what? He called me that night sobbing, said he didn't realize what he had until it was gone, that he thought I'd always be there, that the thought of me with someone else made him physically sick, that he wanted to come home. I told him, this isn't your home anymore, but that wasn't the end. A few days later, he showed up at my apartment, bags in hand, saying he had nowhere to go, that he lost his sublet, that his parents were out of town and his brother's place was too cramped, that he just needed a few days. I didn't know what to do. I still cared about him despite everything, so I let him stay, just for a bit. Worst mistake ever. At first, he was quiet, respectful, slept on the couch, cleaned dishes without being asked, but then he started acting like we were still a couple, buying my favorite snacks, leaving notes, saying things like, remember when we used to? And I didn't have it in me to keep pushing him away, but I also didn't have it in me to pretend everything was fine. Eventually, I snapped, told him he couldn't stay, that I didn't trust him anymore, that every time I looked at him, I felt like I was waiting for him to leave again, that I wasn't his person anymore. He moved out 2 weeks later. I went back to seeing Liam. We took things slow, but it felt good, like I could breathe again. Then came the real twist. I was at a small get-together, and a friend of a friend who used to work with my ex pulled me aside, said, I probably shouldn't say